Hello friends, I am Meenu Jain. Welcome back in another video of water treatment. The aim of water treatment is to produce and maintain water that is hygienically safe, aesthetically attractive and palatable in an economic manner. Thus, before arriving at your tap, water is treated in drinking water treatment plant. Today, in this video, I will tell you everything about the drinking water treatment process, how these processes works, what are the problem during operation and maintenance. So, for complete information, kindly see this complete video, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. This is the animation of process of typical drinking water treatment plant, where inlet water from river is collected in nearby raw water storage tank and pumped to cascade aerator of water treatment plant. Before cascade aeration, pre-chlorination is used for initial disinfection at starting point. In cascade aerator, water is allowed to flow downward through a series of steps to aerate the inlet water for imparting freshness, removal of odor, dissolved gases, iron and manganese. After cascade aerator, water flows to flash mixture cum flocculator, where coagulant chemical like alum, lime, polyelectrolyte etc. are dosed and mixed properly by rapid mixer and passed to flocculator, where flocks are generated with the help of slow mixing by pedal agitator. This unit is used for removal of turbidity and to convert fine solid particle to bigger size flock particles. After flocculator, water is sent to clarifier, where due to gravity, incoming flocks are settled down at bottom of clarifier and clear water is sent to rapid gravity filter for filtration of remaining fine solid particles. This unit comprises a bed of sand supported on gravel overlaying an under drainage system. It is used for removal of less than 20 NTU turbidity. After filtration, turbidity is reduced to less than 1 NTU. Now, if hardness is not an issue, then water is sent to ozonation unit for disinfection. Alternatively, instead of ozone disinfection, post-chlorination can also be used for low-budget project. After disinfection, drinkable water is ready for use and send city's drinking water overhead tank. And the sludge produced from bottom of the clarifier is sent to thickener, followed by sludge drying bed through sludge transfer pumps. Sludge drying beds comprises under drainage system. Thus, drainage liquid is further sent to clarifier and dried sludge from sludge drying beds is disposed of as per client's requirement. The method of treatment to be employed depend on the nature of raw water constituent and desired standard of water quality. Aeration, flocculation, clarification, filtration, disinfection, softening, defragmentation, defluidization and water conditioning are various unit operations used in drinking water treatment plant. But the combination of these unit operations is completely dependent on the raw water quality and desired drinking water quality. Shown process flow animation was typical process flow diagram of drinking water treatment plant, where at inlet we expect turbidity, TSS, minimum bacterial level, dissolved carbon dioxide and maybe odorous water. The choice of any particular sequence of treatment unit will depend not only on the quality of raw water available and treated water desired, but also on the comparative economics of alternative treatment steps applicable. Thus, if we know the inlet water quality, then we can also optimize our process flow diagram according to inlet water impurities. This optimization of unit processes may decrease the operational as well as capital cost with low maintenance and less space requirement. Thus, this is our first case where groundwater and surface water with storage which are well protected. Here the water has turbidity below 10 NTU and they are free from odor and color. Then we can implement only plain disinfection by chlorination before supply as shown in scheme 1 and 2. In other case where groundwater contain only dissolved carbon dioxide and odorous gases, then aeration by either cascade aerator or any other aeration device followed by disinfection for removal of microbial contamination is sufficient for getting drinking water. Now comes to the next case. Sometimes unconventional flow sheet may be adopted for water of low turbidity below 10 to 15 NTU and containing low concentration of suspended matter less than 50 ppm. Thus, for this scheme, inlet water flows to stilling chamber cum flash mixture cum flocculation unit with rapid and slow mixing device where fine suspended solid particles will convert in bigger size flocks and these flocks will be separated in rapid gravity filter. Then the clear water free from TSS will be collected from launder of filtration unit and flows to treated water tank through disinfection unit. Thus, this water will be safe for drinking as it is now TSS, turbidity and bacterial infection free. Remember here, after flocculator, we have applied rapid gravity filter instead of clarifier because the inlet surface water is of low turbidity and low TSS. Where groundwater contains excessive iron, dissolved carbon dioxide and odorous gases, then process flow scheme will be aeration by either cascade aerator or any other aeration device for removal of odor and dissolved gases, followed by flash mixture cum flocculation unit with rapid and slow mixing device, followed by clarifier for removal of turbidity and total suspended particles, followed by rapid gravity or pressure sand filter for removal of remaining fine solid particles, followed by disinfection for removal of microbial contamination and for protecting us from bacterial infections. These are the references of this video. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe for more videos related to water and wastewater treatment. If you like my channel, kindly support me at my Patreon page. Thank you.